Good morning, family. Today is October 22nd. Today is Monday morning. It is now 10:10 in the a.m. And what we're cooking today, we are cooking some homemade chili. So let me go through the ingredients to which to make this particular dish. We have pork and beef chorizos. We have 3 packages of McCormick original chili. We have two onions that are cut up inside of my onion container. We have two of the big tomato sauce, two small ones, and one small tomato paste, which is also tomato puree. We have dark chili powder, Worcester sauce. We have salt and pepper grinders. And we have some minced garlic. Inside of my pot here, I have about 5 pounds of lean ground beef. So let's get started. Okay, now on here, I do not season ground beef until I've poured off the runoff. Because once again, if you season your ground beef with all of this grease in there like that, then therefore you're basically going to be pouring off all your seasoning. So you brown your ground beef without season first. Once it is 3/4 of the way done, like now I'm going to pour off this excess grease and begin to season my meat. Okay, we've now poured off the excess grease. I'm gonna cut the fire down now. I'm gonna put it about number 3. So now you want to take your chorizos. This is the way they come. And you simply split it like so. Straight down. And you just pull this plastic sheath, if you will, away from it like so. I know it looks crazy and all that kinds of stuff, but it's just chorizo. So okay, we have 2 of them. So let me get the other one in the pot. Okay, now that we've gotten our chorizos inside of there, we're going to take our container. And these are our chopped onions. I just simply cut them in fourths. We're going to add those. We can also add our chili packets at the same time. And we're going to just simply cook this down, okay? So you want to just simply cook this down. And we're going to add about a good teaspoon of chopped garlic. I did not grab a spoon, so something like that is good enough. So just simply allow this to cook down into this meat. Okay, once your chorizos and your meat begin to cook in really good, now we're going to start adding our sauces. Now, can you cook this in a crock pot? Absolutely. The only thing is you need to pour off that grease. So if you have in your mindset, okay, I want to put it all in my crock pot, unless you're cooking a very, very lean meat, like say turkey or something like that, that won't have much of a grease runoff, then you're fine. But if you're cooking regular ground beef, and I've used the lean ground beef, but you see that even with the lean ground beef, it still had a runoff. So If you put it all in the crock pot, then you have to factor in, okay, if I put it all in the crock pot and put all my seasonings and all that good jazz in there, and then I just set it and forget it and go on and go to work, well, guess what? All of the grease is also cooked inside of there. And in my opinion, I really wouldn't want to do that, okay? I wouldn't. But if you're cooking with turkey, then, there's not much runoff. It's almost no runoff for cooking with turkey. But if you're cooking with ground beef, I really wouldn't advise it unless that's what you want. Unless you want the grease in your dishes and everything. But if not, then I wouldn't advise it. Now this here is the tomato paste. It comes like this. But what you do after you poured it in there, I usually take the can and I'll fill the can up with water as well. And add that in there. So, let's see. It's a little bit left in there. Okay, now I am going to refill this with water momentarily. But until then, I'm going to add some Worcestershire sauce. And be rather liberal with it, okay? Because it just brings up the flavor. I'm going to add some more chili powder. Now, as far as ground black pepper is concerned, I use this last because you have to, factor in the fact that chorizo is highly seasoned, okay? So you don't want to add your condiments as well as, let me show you. These are our condiments, okay? We don't want to add these until after it's about 3/4 of a way cooked. So once you add all this in here, we're going to put the lid back on it and we're going to let this cook down for a good couple hours. We have it on low and you just want it to simmer and cook down and cook all these juices and all these seasonings in together. So you're going to just let that go. Okay. And once it cooks down, you'll see what I'm talking about. And also you just have to add like a good teaspoon to tablespoon of sugar into your chili as well. Don't cringe. Don't cringe. Fix your lip. Release your nostrils. It's okay. It's all good. You don't use sugar to make it sweet. You use sugar as a condiment for seasoning. Simply. That's it. We're not making a bowl of cream of wheat, whereas we're making it sweet. No, that's not the point here. But you want to use a little bit of sugar simply for seasoning purposes. So let's allow this to cook down. We're going to add a little bit of that water to that can. We're going to put our lid back on it. We're going to put it on 2. It is 10:54 in the a.m. Let's go watch Wendy and check on it around noon. Okay, it is 12 noon and this is what it's looking like right now. I've added a little water for the paste that was added. I'm going to add another cup of water in here as well, but this is what it should look like, and it should allow this to cook down. You see the onions are still a little firm, and so no, Egypt, the onions are a little firm, so it's not ready. So we're going to allow that to cook down another good hour and a half. Okay, it is 12:55 in the afternoon, and you see I added one of the little small cans of water into it. And what we're gonna do, I'm gonna take a little bit of the pot liquor do one of these numbers. Okay. I need to bring that sauce up a little bit, so I love Worcestershire sauce. And then we're going to take a little bit of sea salt. Just a little bit of that. My hands are clean. It's pretty good. I still need some other seasoning, so let me get my black pepper here. I'm just going to add just a little bit of black pepper. Not a lot, just a little. Now let me get me a spoon so that I can spoon up about a good teaspoon of granulated sugar for this. Be right back. Now we're going to let this cook down for another hour. And we're going to check it at 2 o'clock. Let's see where we're at. Perhaps we can have a bowl by then. It's very hearty. You see the pepper flakes in there? Okay. Okay. Right now it is 1:48. There's no scorching at the bottom, which means it is not burnt. Yet it's looking done. Okay. Oh my God, it's so good. Yes. It's very good. So family, I'm going to say that this is officially a wrap. Now you can, my family likes to eat this with crackers. Some of them like it with cornbread. Some of them like it with rice. Me, I'm more of a cracker type with mine, but it is done. So let's plate it up. Okay. We're going to plate this up and we're going to use a ladle. So take a nice heaping spoon of chili. Bon appetit, family. This is dinner from my home to yours. You guys have a good night. I love you. Bye bye for now.